We brought you to the beautiful Mission Inn in Riverside, and no doubt you have passed this when you've been on the 91 freeway, and you might have thought this is an actual mission. But the real story is much more interesting than that. We're here with Oliver Unaka, the marketing director at the Mission Inn, and you were telling me that this courtyard turns 100 years old this year.
It does. We celebrate the Spanish patio centennial this year. It turns a whopping 100 years old.
And so many famous footsteps have come through here. Teddy Roosevelt, JFK.
Barbara Streisand, her husband, a number of individuals have frequented the Mission Inn Hotel and Spa.
Are the rooms comfy?
The rooms are extremely comfortable.
And the spa?
The spa, you will love the Tuscan-inspired spa, which, as a matter of fact, turns 10 years this year.
Tell us the fascinating history of how the Mission Inn came to be.
The fascinating history is it started as a small structure that's no longer here. The original owner, Frank Miller, built this amazing property around it. It was built after the Mission style, but it is not technically a Mission. This property is a historical gem, and the maintenance and upkeep is incredible. Both Dwayne and Kelly Roberts have a very sincere passion of maintaining the historical significance, but making sure that the current amenities are up to par for our contemporary guests. What's interesting is, I know all the ladies who are watching are very familiar with Tiffany's, the jeweler. Well, the grandfather, Tiffany, designed the actual windows, the stained glass windows in our chapel.
And those are glorious. Oliver, what would the Mission Inn be without a chapel?
You know, Joni, not much, and this is one of a few properties in the entire nation that actually has a resident chapel.
You know, I imagine many happy brides must be married in the chapel and then celebrate out in the courtyard.
Too many to name. We do roughly about 300 weddings a year here.
Wow. Well, let's go in and see the chapel.
Let's go.
Oliver, this is every bit as beautiful as you said it was, and I noticed these reliefs here on the side of the saints and scholars throughout the ages. How did those come here?
Those came to us from a Belgian convent, and as you can see, they're delicately placed inside of our chapel here, placed beneath the original Tiffany stained glass windows, and we're very proud of them.
Beautiful, and this retablo behind us is spectacular.
It is indeed. This retablo is carved of Spanish cedar wood with an 18-karat gold overlay, so it's literally a bride's dream.
It is a bride's dream.
From the bells to the other artifacts you see here, we welcome any and all brides.
Okay, right. So it's non-denominational. It's beautiful. So, Oliver, this is the famous Casey's Cupcakes.
This is the famous Casey's Cupcakes.
Would you believe I actually saw that episode where she won the Cupcake Wars?
No, we're very proud of Casey, our owner, Casey Reinhardt, for winning Cupcake Wars.
It looks like it's adorable, and she is certainly adorable. But before we go in, it occurs to me that I have not seen the actual restaurants yet. Before we have dessert, we should hear about the main course.
Absolutely. So we have Dwayne's, which is our signature restaurant, our steak and seafood restaurant. We have Bella's Trattoria, which is to our right, and then we have Las Campañanas. And then we have Mission Inn Restaurant.
I've eaten there. That's fabulous.
Yes. And we also have our Presidential Lounge.
That's good enough. Let's do the cupcakes. Oh, that's fabulous. Thank you. Oh. Well, that is going to do it for us from the historic Mission Inn in Riverside. Come by and see this place. It's amazing. I'm Joni Ravenna, and I'll see you on the next Hello Paradise.
The following support Hello Paradise. Sponsored in part by Czech Tourism. The heart of Europe. The land of stories. Czech Tourism is a proud sponsor of KVCR.